and thank you so much for joining us to hear about the most amazing program and something that actually changed both Gina and my life. I'm Rachel Duda, Executive Regional Vice President with Arbonne, and we're just so glad that you're here to hear more about this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gina Bordeaux, and I am a Regional Vice President with Arbonne. And like Rachel, I'm super excited that you're here. Before we get started with this presentation, though, we wanted to give you guys a little bit of history about our backgrounds and how we came to find Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge. So I actually have to go back 8 years. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and arthritis all over my body. I had also had a recent neck surgery that left me kind of immobile. So I was an elite level gymnast growing up, and I was also an antiques dealer for 25 years. And I honestly just believed that these things were happening to me physically because of all the wear and tear that I had, put on my body throughout all the years. So things that were happening were I was having to crawl into bed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I couldn't even last an entire day. When I got out of bed in the morning, my feet would crack and I would have to kind of walk like this for a while before they would warm up. I was tired all the time. I had zero energy, and I honestly had a really hard time just getting through an entire day. So one night I was just lying in bed and I was praying. I was looking up at the ceiling and I was just talking to God, and I was basically just handing my life over to him and asking him, to heal my body or help me, with my body. I believed that I had done this to myself, but I wanted to, I knew that I was going to live a life like this, but I needed God's help to get through the things that I was going through. So I not only prayed for healing in my body, but I also prayed for something else that I could do in my life, because my antiques job had gotten too hard. I couldn't do it to the best of my ability, and I knew I wouldn't be able to do it for the rest of my life. So the very next day, I was scrolling through Facebook, and a friend of mine was posting about Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge. I had no idea what it was, but I reached out to her because people were commenting on that post about all the crazy things that were happening to them. Some people were saying they had more energy and how great they feel, and some experienced full life change. So whatever those people had, I wanted, and I just signed up. I didn't ask any questions. I was like, just sign me up. I have nothing to lose at this point. And I jumped in and did my challenge. Before I started, though, my box arrived in the mail. You get these nutrition kits in the mail when you sign up, and it's all this products back here that we're going to talk about in a little bit. I started to research sort of what I had signed up for. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that this company that I signed up with had been around for over 40 years. The company also banned over 2,000 toxic ingredients from going into its products. I really love that. It was also a plant-based company. All the ingredients are plant-based, and they have been for over 40 years. So Arbonne has been a vegan or clean company long before it ever became popular. I really liked that. And also, finally, one of my favorite things was that they had a money-back guarantee on everything that I had just purchased. So if the program didn't work or I didn't like the products, I would get a 90-day money-back guarantee. I really loved that. So I jumped into the challenge 2 feet in, and you guys, I actually did this challenge perfectly. I did it perfectly because I wanted to experience life change. I needed to experience life change. I followed all the programs I was given. I was put into a private Facebook group. I had a private coach. I had a membership to Arbonne for an entire year to buy other products at a discount. I was giving shopping lists and meal plans, and I had somebody to walk with me the entire time, the entire 30 days. I read everything I could in the private Facebook group. I learned everything about nutrition that I could, and there was a lot of information that I was able to take with me all the way up until now, information that I still use. So by the end of my 30 days, my life completely changed. The way that I was feeling was I felt like I was given a new life. I could jump out of bed early in the morning. I was happy. My kids were asking me why I was so happy. I had so much energy, and it really felt like I had this new lease on life. What I realized through that program, though, I kept using all the products for about 6 months. And what I realized through those 6 months was that all my friends and family were asking me, what are you doing? What is this, miracle thing for you? And what is this secret that you have? And so I decided to upgrade from just a regular Arbonne preferred customer to an Arbonne consultant. And that is what I am today. So when I decided to upgrade to consultant, that meant that I got to share everything that I was doing with other people and help them change their lives too. So when I joined as a consultant, I actually joined a team, and Rachel was on that team, and she's actually going to tell you her story now.
Yes. Okay. And we were so excited when she joined. As you can see, Gina's story is incredible. And I relate a lot to your story, Gina, because I too was dealing with some major health issues, which was kind of odd, right? But I didn't come into this 30-day thing thinking about those health issues actually at all. I knew nothing about any of this. And I was kind of like you, like they just said, here, this is what we're going to do. I wanted to deal with some weight management. So I just was like, okay, yeah, sign me up. So I jumped right in, and about 2 weeks into the program, I started to notice that my body was feeling so different. So prior to this whole experience, I had been bedridden close to 10 years. I had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, idiopathic intracranial hypertension, chronic migraine disease, of developing heart condition, hypothyroidism, and then all the effects of all the treatments and stuff that had gone along with that, right? To say that I was a little bit of a mess is kind of an understatement. So like I said, I didn't know what to expect, but here I was 2 weeks into the program, and it wasn't taking me a whole hour just to get going and get out of bed. And when I say get going, I don't mean where you lay there and you're like, maybe I'll get up. I'm talking about like the major pain my body used to be in, and feeling so much better. Like, wow, this pain isn't here. And just continuing down that journey. So this kept going, you guys, and all this energy shows up, right? And then I'm smiling, and 3 months later, I'm hiking with my daughter. And a year later, my life looked 100% different than it had before. And that's when I was like, Gina, I'm like, every single person has to hear about this program and how it can completely transform your life. Whether you just want weight management like I originally did, of course you're going to get that result, or you have some other major stuff going on like we did, and you just want to feel better all around. So here's what I learned though about this program, you guys, is that there are 4 things that really made the difference for her and I. And that is the same thing. It's the premise of this entire challenge. So the first thing is, in this program, we take your body from an acidic state and we move it to an alkaline state. That's really important to reduce inflammation and for proper nutrient absorption, which is number 2, all about the gut health, helping us absorb those nutrients. So important. And then the third thing is balancing blood sugar, right? So you're not going to have those high highs and those low lows. You're just going to feel nice and steady energy throughout your day, which is so huge. But this is the big one, and that's the last one, and that's number 4. And that is all about your elimination organs. So you may not know this, but your elimination organs are doing all the heavy lifting in your body. So I want you to do this. I want you to think of your body like a bathtub, and everything you put in and on your body is that faucet, turned on full blast. And what happens to your bathtub over time at home? Same thing that happens to mine. The drain gets clogged. That's happening inside of you, right? And so here's what we do in our program. We're going to turn down that faucet. We're going to unclog the drain. And then all that stuff that's coming over the side and getting everywhere else, we don't have to deal with that. Your body starts to function properly like it used to. And that's when we started to feel better. That's when we knew something is different here. So you're probably wondering, how does this all come together?
Okay, so what we're going to do, you guys, is we are actually going to teach you how to eat clean. So when I was about 3.5 weeks into my program, I had this like crazy epiphany. I realized that God intended for all of us to feel really, really good. And we as humans have screwed all of that up with all the genetically modified stuff and the fast food and all the horrific ingredients that go into so many processed products. So what we do on this program is we just go straight back to nature. So the way we're intended to eat. So on this program, we're going to teach you how to focus on real foods like grass-fed beef and wild caught fish and organic chicken and organic turkey. Don't worry though, we also have a vegan program. If you're not into all the meat and things, we do have a vegan program. So you're also going to learn to eat organic eggs, cage-free eggs, organic fruits and vegetables, and healthy complex carbohydrates like brown rice and quinoa, and sweet potatoes, which is one of my favorites. You're also going to do healthy fats. So some healthy fats are avocado, which is, lots of our favorites, and then some healthy olive oils and some coconut oil and nuts and things like that. So we're also, though, going to eliminate a lot of the things that are allergenic to our bodies that we just don't understand, cause allergies in our bodies. So some of the things that we're going to get rid of are dairy, gluten, soy. We're also going to get rid of like I said, any preservatives, anything with preservatives, refined sugar. We're not going to have coffee or alcohol, but don't worry, we have,
Don't go anywhere.
Especially with the coffee, we do have a replacement for that. And if you're sitting there saying, I can't give up my alcohol, then you probably need this program more than anybody at all. And your liver needs a break, right? So you can give it a break for 30 days. You can do anything for 30 days. Okay, so we're also going to give up no white foods like white potatoes, white rice, white flour, white sugar, and we're also not going to do vinegar because that's highly acidic, and we're just going to be able to use apple cider vinegar. And like Rachel said earlier, we're trying to get our bodies to an alkaline state. Okay, so one of the things that you guys are going to implement into the program, along with all the healthy foods and eliminating the bad stuff, is we are going to implement some products that make your life easier and actually help your body with absorption and with elimination and all the things that we just talked about. So two of my favorite products, Rachel's holding the first one. This is the protein powder. Two of my favorite products are the protein powder and the fizz. So the protein powder has 20 grams of pea protein. So this is a plant-based protein product. And then we also have our Energy Fizz, and our Energy Fizz has some green tea caffeine in it, and it also has B vitamins and ginseng. Now, the important thing to remember about these two products is my favorite thing to tell everybody because it makes such a huge difference in both of our lives. Yes. Is that these have methylated forms of vitamin B and folate. So go Google that, methylated. That means the vitamins are broken down an extra step and they will actually absorb into your body. So all these years I was taking all these different vitamins and proteins and they were not helping me because they weren't methylated. My body was not able to absorb them. It couldn't absorb iron. It couldn't absorb so many things, but now it can. And so that's a really important point to make about these products. That's the Arbonne difference. Okay, so another issue that I had some gut issues coming into my challenge. And around week 3, I was like, Rachel, I don't know. She's just like, hang in there. I promise. Keep using the probiotics, keep using the greens. So she's actually going to talk to you about one of my favorite products because this completely changed my life too, and helped me get rid of all of my gut issues. So.
Okay, so we love this. This is the gut health microbiome support. You guys, this has 3 billion lactobacillus coagulans. On top of that, it has prebiotics, obviously the probiotics, and it also has digestive enzymes. So as we age, I don't know if you know this, but we lose digestive enzymes. But my favorite thing about it is that it survives the colon. It has a proprietary blend patented that it goes all the way through. And that's your immune system, you guys, is all found in your gut. Over 80% of your immune system comes from your gut. Over 80% of your serotonin comes from your gut. The other thing too that's so important for our elimination organs is the Clean Tox Herbal Detox Tea. Okay, so we talked about that a little bit earlier. This is like, it's got milk thistle, that's going to hug your liver. It's got a little bit of licorice and peppermint, and that's going to hug your kidneys and help flush all the stuff out. Remember, a stagnant liver doesn't get rid of fat. Then we have the prebiotic fiber. This is so huge. If you've got blood sugar issues, but even just to help you feel full longer, everyone needs more fiber in their diet. And this, coupled with the Clean Tox Body Cleanse, is like the scrub brush, removing the toxins from your body and all those heavy metals that have been living in there causing all those issues. So this is super huge.
So Rachel, you're getting excited because you get to talk about your
favorite.
I
do. Okay, so she knows.
She could talk about this all day long. So.
Guys, because you'll hear why. This is my absolute favorite thing ever. And probably because I was dealing with so many health issues when I started this, I could feel this, you guys. I felt all these things. It's hard to explain unless you're really going through it, which you will after. But okay, this is the Be Well Superfood Greens. This has over 36 different fruits and vegetables, which is obviously super great for your picky eater. Throw it in their shake. They're not going to know. But it has those superfoods, spirulina, chlorella, barley. You could be on a deserted island, and if you had no food, but you could find the spirulina algae or chlorella. By the way, I wouldn't recommend eating algae. That's gross. But let's just say that happened to you, 3-hour tour. You could get your essential minerals, vitamins, proteins, fats, everything you need. And I always tell the story about my grandmother when she did this, and she was in her 80s and she had new black hairs growing in after she added in her greens. So we love the greens. I love the greens. And it also helps with breaking down fats and proteins and boosting metabolism.
Okay, so that was a description of all the things that actually come in your kit. So you're going to get all of this. And that is going to last you the entire 30 days. But there are a couple other products that we want to go over that we think are very important. So if you're a person on the go, or somebody that travels a lot, we have these snack squares. These are new. These are apple snack squares. They're amazing. These are also cinnamon crumble snack squares. You're going to be having 2 snacks a day. So these are an awesome add-on if you are, like I said, a person that's on the go. The other thing now, I get just excited about these as she gets about the greens. So these are our Arbonne multivitamin, and they come in powder form, just tiny little thing, lasts me the entire month. I used to have 8 or 9 different vitamins on my counter. I no longer have them. I just use these. Once again, these are methylated vitamin B and folate, which means they absorb. Yes. I used to take all these vitamins and these giant horse pills, and think about it, you guys, these giant horse pills, they're not absorbing into our body, no. Right? And so this is already in powder form, methylated, absorbs into your body and actually works. Okay, so I want to go really quickly over a sample day in the life of the 30-day challenge. Okay, so you're going to start in the morning with your greens and probiotic shot, just 8 or 12 ounces, stirred really well. You drink that really fast. It kind of gives you a boost first thing in the morning, so sort of like coffee does. The greens actually help give you that little bit of a boost. And then you're going to start your tea first thing in the morning. That is in place of coffee. If you need extra caffeine in your body, we do have our fizz that you can add to your tea, or you can just start your fizz first thing in the morning. So the way your day is going to go is it's going to go shake, snack, and then meal. So after those products, you guys are going to have your shake, probably your first shake around 9 o'clock in the morning. I also like to get up and exercise in the morning, so you can do, either before each other, whichever way you want to do it. But you don't want to exercise really crazily in the first week, but I always tell people at least get outside, walk a mile, do a brisk walk, breathe the fresh air, get in the sun. Yes, you want to get moving, because a very important part of our program is to get moving. And we will sort of do this with the exercise program as the days, go by and the weeks go by. Okay, so you're going to have your second shake around 1 o'clock. You're going to do, I missed our snack.
It's okay. In between there, you have your snacks.
Yes, and so we put a couple out here so we could kind of show you guys what we do. And these are some of our popular snacks. Yeah, these are our popular snacks. I usually keep a bag of almonds in my purse, and I keep chopped up green apples. We do lots of rice cakes with almond butter. We also do some hard-boiled eggs. Rachel and I just actually had some a little while ago. We do organic blueberries and strawberries and raspberries. And yes, the snack squares can actually count as one of your snacks. But then you're going to have your second shake, and you're going to have your second snack in the afternoon. But then we get to dinner, and we want to eat our dinner between 6 and 7 o'clock. So if you can picture a round, like your dinner plate, right? So you've got your round dinner plate. Well, it's not that big, but it's the size of your we don't want that big a serving.
Just picture a round plate.
So you've got your dinner plate, and we don't do anything ridiculous like measurements or weigh things or count macros or micros or anything like that. We want to make it as easy as possible. So the way that we do our servings is we just look at our fist. So our fists are about the same size, but like my husband's fist is twice as big as mine. So he's going to get a little more food than me. And that's just the way that we calculate things. So you have your dinner plate, and half of your plate is going to be your green vegetables. We always have a salad along with the green vegetables. So like a quarter salad, a quarter green vegetable. And then we do another fist is on a quarter of the plate of a good carbohydrate, like let's say brown rice. And then another fist is your chicken breast, your protein for the night. And then we cook those things in olive oil, or we do avocados on our salad. So we have a little sliver of a really good fat, and good fat is important for cognitive brain function. So you never want to be skipping your good fats. Okay, so that is sort of a day in the life of the 30-day challenge. At 7 o'clock, we don't eat anymore. We don't eat anymore because we don't have to. We shouldn't, because our body needs to wind down and it needs to process all those healthy foods that we ate during the day. And if we eat late at night, 9 o'clock, it's not going to help with weight management if that's what you're after. And it's also going to keep you up later on in the night, because food is meant to fuel you. So if you're fueling your body at 9 o'clock at night, it's breaking the food down at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're lying in bed and staring up at the ceiling. And part of our program is to help promote restful sleeping and sleeping through the night. And it really does help with that. And so the next day, you guys, you get up and do it again. You do it again for 30 days. And I promise you, it gets easier. This little routine here takes about 2 or 3 days to really get down. But then you get into this routine of mindful eating and mindful, thinking about the things that you're going to eat throughout the day. And it really is a life-changing program if you can stick to it. And so
really, it's a lifestyle change. Yes. Like, that's really what you were saying at the beginning too. And like Gina said, this is like a lifestyle. And the best part is you have somebody holding your hand the whole way through. So you're not alone. Remember, you have your group. And I know you're probably wondering how on earth you can get your kit. So there are 2 ways to order in Arbonne. Okay, so one is to become a preferred client, and the other option is to join our team, and become a consultant. What you're going to want to do is contact the person who sent you this video or is sharing with you, and ask them what the specials are right now for either one, whether you want to do preferred client or you want to be a consultant and join our team and help other people. But either way, message them right away. And then we look forward to seeing you in the next challenge.
Well, and we have lots of challenges coming up. So we do a couple of challenges every single month, and we have some really, really fun ones coming up in the near future. So be sure that you get on the phone right now and ask all the questions. And we're super excited for you.
Yes, we are.
We're after life change.
Yeah, we want to help change people's lives, and we know this is it. So we will talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining us, and bye.